Today we're going to be drawing a cute boba tea. Welcome back everyone, let's get started. So click on your plus icon in the top right corner here. We're going to make a canvas of 3000 by 3000, so little black square with the plus on it again. 3000 by 3000. Hit create. And there is our canvas. So if you look in the description below on the video, you will see a link to where you can download all of the things that you need to do this tutorial. I have provided you with 4 Procreate brushes, 2 sketches, and a color palette. The 2 sketches allow you to do the tutorial whatever your skill level is at. So what I mean by that is I have one sketch with grid lines on it and one sketch without grid lines on it. So what that allows you to do is, if you don't have much experience with Procreate or drawing in general, what you can do is you can load up, click on the wrench icon here, add, insert a photo, and then the photos that are provided for you, you can click on the one with no grid lines. You shouldn't have to resize it. It is 3000 by 3000 also. So just click on the little arrow and you've got it loaded up here. So what you can do is you can just trace over this, or you can just go ahead and color this one. It doesn't matter however you'd like to do this. If you want to trace over it, what I would do is start another layer and then drag that one under the original. And then you can take the little N here and you can take the opacity down really low. And then here you can still see the sketch there, but you can draw on top of it just like this. Okay, so that's another way you can do it. Now, if you have some experience and you want a little bit more challenge, go ahead and clear this little layer out here. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. What you can do is you can click the wrench again. You can click on canvas, turn on reference, image, import an image, and then import the one with grid lines on it. And that's going to sit right over here on your left side. You can drag it over there. You can resize it, whatever you want to do. And it already has the grid lines on it. Now, if you want the grid lines on your canvas to match the ones that are here on your reference photo, click on the wrench, go to drawing guide, edit your drawing guide, and this grid size is 490 pixels, and hit done and done again. Now these grid lines over here should match the ones on your sketch right there. And if you was to resize this to be just what your reference is, you can see how the lines should line up just perfectly. And what this does is it allows you to look over here and see, by using the grid lines, where you need to go ahead and make your lines at. So I'm going to go ahead and change to the sketching brush, and then maybe make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so I can see that I want my sketch to, see, the top of it's going to be there. Let me make this smaller again to make sure I don't make any mistakes. I'm going to kind of move this over here and match the size up. Okay, so my head of my rabbit, or the cup, so it's going to come about like that. Oh, I don't want that. About like that. All right, and you can kind of fix that however you like. Remember, this is just a sketch. You don't have to stress about this part too much. So that's about good, because I just want to make sure where all of the elements belong. And you can see that I don't have this right at all, because this one comes right here. And then comes about around like this, and then goes up, and you can see it cuts the corner really close right there. So that inner one that I just did matches it much better than what it really is. So that right there probably represents the one that I got here on my sketch a little bit better. And then the outer ring here is something like that. Maybe like that. I'm really perfectionist when it comes to my sketch, and I know I shouldn't be, but that's just the way I am, sorry. The lip, maybe like that. Straw's going to come up to about right here. So I'm just going to do a straight line. And then another one over here. Then a loop to match that, and then over right there. So that's good. Let me see the ears. We're going to start maybe here, go up here, and come down about like that. And the bottom part's going to start here and about right there. That's good. The inner part of the ear. So I've got this coming up higher on that side. And the inner part of this maybe about right there. Maybe up there more, yeah. It's better. Need to make my eraser a little bit smaller. Okay, that's better. All right, and this ear over here is going to about like that. Good, I like it. Okay, let's do our eyes. Just do an oval, hold your pen down. And that's a little bit bigger than what I want, so I can edit. It's going to give you these little handles here, and you can kind of move this around the wherever you like it. I think that's better. And then what you could do is you could click on your little squiggly S looking thing there. Make sure it's on freehand. Draw a circle around this. Connect it. Hit copy paste. Arrow key. And then slide your little second one. Actually, we need to rotate it. Flip it horizontally. And then it's going to give us an exact copy of the eye over there. Okay, let's see our bunny nose. So it's a little V shape like that. And then just a little curve. So that's going to be our bunny nose. Let's do these lines on the straw. It's going to be our stripes. Okay. And then our cup. So we want the cup to start about here. And we're going to go down to about right there. So hold your pen down. Perfectly straight line. And let's look over here. We've got this one. So you can see it starts about right here. And then it comes down to about right here. All right. So again, hold the pen down. And then let's connect these two. Hold your pen down, makes a good curve. And then we can edit that. Come up a little bit. I think that's good. That looks really good. Okay, let's get our straw. down here. And what I'm going to do this on another layer. I'm going to show you why. Actually, we can pinch those two together. When I copied that eye, it made a new layer. So I'm just going to pinch those two together so it'll still be on the same layer. I'm going to do a layer on top of this for the straw, and I'm going to show you why. So I want this to be a continuous straight line. So I'm going to start up here and hold my pen down. And I want that to come down to about right there. And then this side the same way. So about right there. And then we're going to connect these two. Maybe come down a little bit more. That's good. So the reason I put that on another layer is because it'll be easier to erase, and I won't mess up that other sketch that I had going on here. Let me just erase all this to about right there. And now our straw is one continuous. It won't look junky when your eye catches it and it's not lined up perfectly. So now what we can do is we can just pinch these two together. And now everything's on one layer again. So I'm going to do oops, I got the eraser brush on. Go back to our pen. And stripe, stripe, and maybe one more. It don't matter where it's at. Okay, and let's get our little boba balls in here. So the first one, I'm going to be covering the straw here. Hold your pen down. Touch it with your other finger, and it's going to make a perfect... Well, I don't know, that stopped. Do that one more time. There we go. Okay, I want one here. Hold the pen down. Touch it again if you want a perfect circle. I'll put one here. It's good. Another one here. And one here. All right. I'm going to put one over the straw on this side. That's good. I'm going to do another one about here. And then one more here. All right. I think that's about good. Then let's do the three that are here on top. I'll do one over here. One up here. And a little one here. All right. And I think that's about does our sketch for us, okay? So now we're going to do our inking. So it's going to be sketch layer. I'm going to go ahead and rename this. Scribble that out and just write sketch. You can type it in too. It doesn't really matter. I just find that easier. Start a new layer, drag it under our sketch. I'm going to hit the end. I'm going to take the opacity of the sketch down. And I don't need my reference photo here anymore. So I am going to hit the wrench icon and reference, turn that off. Drawing guide, also don't need anymore. Wrench again, drawing guide off. All right, now, since all of this is on the same layer, if I needed to reposition it, go back to our sketch, hit the arrow, you could do that. If you wanted to shape it a little bit, you don't want to do it too much because it's going to throw the proportions off, but you could do that too. And then I could see where the two yellow lines come on and it's perfectly in the center. So I'm going to leave it about right there. All right, so let's get our inking done. I'm going to go on to the channel mono stream. And I want the outside of this sketch to be a little bit thicker than all the rest of the parts. So looks like I'm on my sketch layer. Yep. You know what? We're going to go ahead and slide it to the left and lock it. That way you can't accidentally draw on the sketch layer. Go on our bottom layer here. Got it on black. Make sure that pen size. Yeah. What about smaller on the inside? What's that going to look like? Yeah, I think that's good. So 31, maybe a little bit more. 35. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at 35%. And then your opacity should be completely up. All right, so let's get our inking done. So let's do our rabbit cup here. See, I don't want an oval. I want it to be kind of like this slime shape or a Hershey's Kiss. That's good. I don't mind that. Okay, let's do an ear. Actually, that inside line is going to be a little bit thinner than this outside line. I want all this outside line to be kind of thick. So we're going to hold your pen down, make it straight. Edit it. Make sure they line up. That's good. And then outside part. No, that was weird. I don't know why it thought I wanted that a straight line. Okay, and then we're going to do the straight line all the way up to here. It's good. Same thing over there. Edit this. Gonna have to erase that little tail it's got on there. That's fine. Good. So now I can fix this. Here we go. And fix that one. Okay, let's get the ear. I got my eraser on still. Pen. All right, and then the inner part. Actually, yeah, smaller on the inner part. Bubbles. Let's do these. It's good. Alrighty. All right, I think that's it. I'm gonna leave that like it is, and then we're gonna make our brush, take it down to 30 maybe. Let me see what that looks like. It's not that much of a difference. I'm gonna go lower than that. Maybe 24. Yeah, 24 is fine. And then let's connect these two. Oops. Edit it. Here we go. Nice. Okay, let's get the inner part of the ear. All right, and this one. And then the straw hole. We can hold our brush down and let that be a perfect circle there. Okay, and bring this up and connect. Good. That's good. Eyes. Okay. That's good. Bunny nose. There we are. All right, let's get this. Actually, this bubble is going to go on top of the straw, so I'm going to go ahead and do this bubble now. Make a perfect circle. And then we can take this to here. And then this one up to here. All right. This bubble is going to be in front of this straw. This little piece is still going to be seen. Actually, I made that go too far out. Here we go. And this up. Kind of match that. All right. Okay, let's see. And we can go ahead and do that one. Sometimes they want to be a little cranky whether they want to kick in that perfect circle or not. You got to fight with them. Okay, let's do that one. That one. Okay. There we go. And let's do the lines up here. I'm going to go up a little bit more than I did last time. Because I want to see this bottom one here. All right, that is going to do our sketch. So let's get started on the inking part now. So now I don't need the sketch anymore. I'm going to go ahead and delete that sketch. It's locked, so you have to unlock it first. Slide it to the left, hit unlock. Slide it to the left again and hit delete. Now this is our lines. I'm going to rename that lines. Okay, and then we're going to do a layer on top, drag it under, set our line layer to reference. Now what that's going to allow us to do is it's going to use our lines as reference for when we color. So let's go to the layer under it. We're going to change to, where's our bunny tea palette? Okay, so this first color on the top is going to be the bunny color, and it's kind of a very, very light pink. Drag that over and drop it in. There you go. Same thing with the bottom part of the cup. Same thing with the ears. All right, I think that's good. The inside of the ears is going to be this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th color pink on the top. Right, drop that in there, and I forgot this little part right here. So I'm going to hold down my color picker, hit that light pink again, drag that one in. All right, and the inside of this cup, I think I'm going to, where the straw hole's at, I'm going to do this middle pink color right here under the first one in the second level. Drag that in and drop it off. Okay, that's good. Let's get our eyes colored in with a dark kind of a gray. That's good. And our straw is going to be this yellow color right here. That's going to be our stripes. Just going to do all of our stripes. Yellow color. Good. All right, what else do we got? We got to do these bubbles now. Let's do the left side. Let's do the top purple here. Drop that one in. Our middle bubble is going to be this greenish top green color. The bubble over here is going to be our yellow. So the top yellow. Okay. Now I got very pastel colors. Okay, inside the cup, I'm going to do a purple. Oops. Purple. The one down here is going to be purple. The one down here on the bottom is going to be purple. Okay, and then let's go to our yellow color, which is this one. And this is going to be yellow. Oops, not that one. This one's going to be yellow. And this one's going to be yellow. And the other two is going to be the green. That one and that one. All right. Okay, you know what? I just now noticed I forgot to do that inner ring. So let's put that in. Let's choose our black color again. And we need to go back up to the line layer. Make sure we're on a monoline brush. And then I get another straight line. Okay, and then it's not the same. That's better. Okay, and connect these two. Make sure they're touched, and then I want to get rid of this bubble. Okay, that's good. Now we can go back to our color layer again. Make sure you don't get your layers mixed up, because I do it all the time, and it's a pain. So inside our drink here is going to be this same color as the inside of the ears. One there and one there. And actually, there's a little bit right here. There we go. So now we're all colored in. Now, there's one thing that's not colored in, and you can't really tell sometimes because our background is white. So I'm going to change our background color to maybe the screen color. It don't really matter. Just to know what the background is and what your coloring is. So now we're going to change to white. We want this outer ring to be white. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Yeah, I am. And that's it. Oh, our straw. Not yet. Another trick, if you hit continue filling, you can just tap it. A little trick to make things a little bit quicker. Now we've got our thing, our illustration all colored in perfectly. So now if you want to, you can change back your background to white, but I'm just going to leave it like that. I like that color. Okay, so now what we want to do, let's get the eyes done. So choose this lighter gray color. Still in your monoline. And let's maybe do another layer on top, just in case we mess it up. And actually, no, that's fine. We can leave it like that. So what I want to do is do another oval. Hold your pen down. Oop, that didn't work out. Is it threshold maybe? No. I think it's this reference is messing us up. Undo, maybe turn off reference now. Go back to that. Yeah, that's what it was. Now, look at this. Here is a problem that you might see a lot of people deal with. And there's a solution to this. You can see the kind of line that's just really yucky and ugly. What you can do is make sure whatever you're coloring is to the far left of the screen here. Drag it, drop it, and then keep your pen held down and slide it to the right. And you can see that starting to disappear now. This is our color threshold. You can take it all the way up if you want. And then eventually it might color in the whole thing and you just got to take it back a little bit. So now, you see we don't have that anymore. We're probably going to need to do that down here on our color layer too for this darker one. And it didn't fix it, did it? So I'll fix it manually just by coloring over it. There we go. And that looks much, much better. Look at this. We can fix this too. All right. Now we don't have that mess. Okay, let's go back to our, where we had our eye layer on. We're going to change back to this light gray. And we do the same thing over here. Hold it down. Make a good oval. And then drag it, drop it. There you can see there's a threshold. So we just go back just a little bit. And then it won't have all those funny lines in there. Okay, there's our eyes. All right, what should we do now? Let's take care of these boba balls. So what I've done is on the color palette, I've given you a light color, a shadow color, and a highlight color. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our shadows in now. And we can squitch those together and put the gray part on top of our eyes. I'm going to start a new layer on top. I'm going to clip it, clipping mask. That's going to only allow us to color where there's already color. Now what I want to do is go to the inker streamliner here now. And we're going to do the blue ball first here. So let's, or actually the green one. Let's go to our middle, darker color. And we're just going to put a shadow. And this pen allows you to, the harder you push, the thicker the line gets. So maybe like that, about like that. Okay, and then while we're on this color, go down here and do this one. And then the big one here. Oops, I got out. Undo. 2-finger touch will undo. And then we can go ahead and fill this in manually. Make sure we get everything. Okay, and if you want these points to be tighter, you can just take your brush size down a little bit and then you can get those really sharp edges. There we go. So we got all of our green bobas shadowed in. So let's do our purple one now in the middle, darker color. I need to make our brush bigger. 16 maybe. Yep. And let's look for the other purple ones. Okay. And one here. Be careful. Yellow ball's in the way here. and then this one down here. All right, we got all of those done. Let's do the yellow one now, and that's going to be the middle yellow color. Nice. Okay, and missed a little bit there on the edge. All right, and right here. Okay, we got all the balls done. Let's do the highlights. And that's going to be the bottom color. So the pink, not the pink, the yellow bottom color here is going to be the highlight. So let's just do just a little, you might want to do it thin to thick to thin. Just like that. And again, that's just the pressure on your pen. Thin to thick to thin. Just put a little highlight, top of our bubble. Okay, let's do the purple one. So our purple's here in the bottom purple. Good. And then the green one. Right there. Okay, got all those done. Let's shadow the bunny cup now. So the pink, the shadow part is same one. The one under it. And we're going to do the top part of this cup in the shadow. You can always hold your pen down to make that good, nice curve. Like this. All right, that's better. I'm going to do the same thing down here, but we're going to leave a little bit of the bottom undone. Kind of like that, and I'm going to fill all this in. You gotta be careful when you're coloring in with a streamline brush because it likes to be a little bit difficult sometimes. So that's good. So that kind of gives it a natural highlight down there at the bottom. Okay, and let's do our bunny ears. So the shadow's gonna fall maybe on that side. We're thinking of the light coming in from the top left over there. And then right here. Maybe about right there. And I think that highlight's going to get it. All right. Okay. Or actually, this shadow, not highlight. All right. Let's do... And I didn't give the light gray. So what I'd like to do is do a little bit, change this inside of the straw a little bit. So I'm going to go the same color as this light eyes did, but I'm going to make it even lighter. So if you go to classic here, you can slide the brightness up a little bit. Just kind of make a new color. And maybe the inside of that straw. Yeah, maybe a little bit darker. That's good. Okay, what else? I can't see anything really. Let's do some highlights on the eye. So let's go completely white. And let's make sure we're on our monoline brush again, because we want a perfect circle. And just, that's small. Make it bigger. Still too small. All the way to the top. Okay, and then make it smaller. There we go. Those are little shiny eyes. Okay, we're coming together really good now. I want to do these little bubbles that we had before. Now what you can do is just turn it to white and we can just do our monoline brush. And then I just want these little white, kind of like bubbles floating there. You can make them at different sizes. Do 3 there. There'll be 1 up there. If you can look at your original sketch, and I'll have it on there if you want to make sure you put them in just right where I did. It doesn't really matter though. I think that's good. All right, and then we want some white on the top of the bubbles too. Bobas. So some on these yellow ones, you can't even see it that good, which is fine. Just to give it a little character. It's not important. You can even leave it off and it wouldn't make that much of a difference. Maybe some up here. All right, I think that is going to do it. Let's do some final highlights. I'm going to pinch all these together, do a new layer on top because I want to lower the opacity on these. And if I didn't do it on a new layer, it would lower the opacity of everything we just did. So we're going to start a new layer on top. And for my brush size, about like that. So I'm almost all the way to the top, maybe 95. And we're going to do a highlight here. You can hold the pen down. A short one there. And we're going to do a highlight on the side. And we're going to do one here. Maybe up there. Possibly here. Possibly there. And you can either take the opacity down on it, or if you don't think it's that bright, I'm going to take it down just a little bit. And that is going to do it. Look how cute that is. Super cute. And then you can expand on this idea. I mean, instead of doing a bunny, maybe do a bear, maybe do a panda, all kinds of things you could do with it. And you just make this little collection of cute boba tea things. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We have been growing crazy lately. Thousands and thousands of views on videos. Subscribers, we've got 50 in the past 2 weeks. So, I mean, I've never seen a channel grow like this one. So, thanks to all of you for supporting the channel. And I hope you enjoyed this. We will see you on the next video. Take care, guys.